Good day, welcome back. You're still with us on Bernama Today. You're with me, Dhipa, and we have a special photographer. We have this wonderful Tuesday. Ady Putra, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
Right, now Ady is...
Hi.
Ady is a photographer who will be taking part in the Jom Foto Festival to be held this Saturday, right?
This Saturday, yes.
So we'll be talking more on that, but first up, how did you get involved in photography?
Me?
Yep.
Oh, it started very long time ago.
All right.
Bought my first camera and it became a hobby. And this is my 5th year that I use photography. I take pictures for a living.
I see.
Back in the old times, we were used to call cameraman. Tukang gambar, you know.
Tukang gambar. So
now,
that's cameraman.
Yeah, that's a cameraman. But now, in the modern days, they start to call us professional photographer and all that.
Right, so because as what I understand, cameraman is one that takes motion pictures, and one that takes still photos of photographers. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
okay. Right. So when did you exactly start? Did you start from university, from school?
I picked up photography when I was doing my degree. In architecture, and I've got to learn photography as part of the soft skills.
Right.
Part of the course, so it started then.
Right.
Until now.
Okay, so you'll be taking part in the Jom Foto Festival. Now, before that, tell us about your career as a photographer. Do you have your own gallery? Do you have
I operate from my studio in Kota Damansara.
Okay.
I shoot mainly studio work for magazine, portraits, personal portraits, family portraits, and I also specialize in sports. I just completed shooting the Standard Chartered KL Marathon last Saturday.
I see, the last Saturday marathon. Now, when you shoot sports photography, because I've learned basic photography, I'm not very good at it, I'm not professional, but when you shoot people in motion, right, it actually needs a special sort of lens, and the focus is completely different. Now, do tell us about that.
Okay, equipment is one thing. You need very fast cameras to capture to freeze the motion and all that. Right. But also you need a good eye, and you need to know the spots. Equipment alone doesn't help if you don't know the spots. You have to wait for the moment. You have to plan for your shots and all that.
That is very, very true, because you tend to make mistakes when you're supposed to be taking a photograph of the winner or anyone who's making, probably something more interesting. You end up taking dull pictures if you're not very well versed with the spots. Now, which do you prefer? Do you like sports better, or do you like ceremonies and events where you can take your own time to focus and angle your own shots?
Okay, it's two sets of skills that you need. Events, you need to be aware of things that happens around you.
Yes.
You have to know the flow of event from the beginning, from the VIPs arriving until the stage, what's happening on the stage. Sports, at a point of time, it will become mundane. It's the same thing every time.
Right.
Well, if I've given a choice, I like to do sports, more on sports.
Now we're having a little, on the background, we can see your Jom Foto promotions over there. Now do tell us more about the Jom Foto Festival.
Okay, I came up with this idea of a carnival, a day where all photographers will come and meet.
Right.
See, the culture of the hobbyists in photography, they like to group up in small groups, and go out for outings, meet at teh tarik sessions, just to talk about the new gear that they bought. See, they are very poisonous people.
What do you mean by poisonous?
Photographers are very poisonous people. When they buy something new, buying an equipment in photography is very expensive.
It is. Right? It is quite expensive.
And sometimes you need to save a lot of money to buy one piece of equipment. So they. When they finally manage to buy, the first thing they'll do is poison their friends.
What do you mean by poison? I need more elaboration.
You must buy this. This is a very good lens.
You mean like influence them to buy better gear?
So they gather up at a mamak stall, they go for outing, talk about their gear and shoot and try to make use of the new equipment. So this has been going on for many years. In fact, I myself organize small outings between friends.
I see.
And I've got a forum that I moderate, thephotomalaysia.com, where I organize bigger outings. Then this year, I want this to be a day where everyone can come and poison each other.
Right, poison each other's minds, buy better lenses, get this sensor.
Learn, go attend these workshops. And there are a lot of people who organize workshops now. So I gather them in an event, in a carnival, where they can promote their workshops.
Nice. So you're very in touch with the local photographer scene.
Yes, so they can come and promote their workshops. I've got the pros, people in the industry, people who shoot sports for a living, people who shoot portraits, studio owners to come and meet face to face with the enthusiasts, the hobbyists.
Right.
So if someone wants to pick up photography as a career, they are the professionals there they can talk to, they can consult, what should they learn,
get some useful
tips and all that. We have, photographers buy a lot of things, sometimes things that they don't need. And after some time, they gather a lot of used equipment somewhere back in the store, under the bed, whatever. We have a place for them to come and sell this to the beginners. Get rid of your old items, buy new ones.
Nice. Right. So you were saying that people tend to buy things that are not very useful. Can you name some of these things?
For example, so when I first bought a camera, the first thing I want to know, what lens do you use? What lens?
Oh, the lens.
For example, lens. 50 mm, okay, I'm going to get one. Then you suddenly realize, this is not the lens for me. So what else do I need to buy? They keep buying things without knowing why they want to buy that. It goes on and on. That's why there's a lot of trading forums where they trade, buy and sell used items in the internet. So now come and sell your things.
Did you receive any professional training as a photographer, or you just learned it all, sucked it up from other photographers?
The only official training is 2 night classes that I attend back in the 80s.
Wow.
That's the only formal. This is kind of not formal actually. It's just a workshop.
It's a workshop. So do you give up workshops as well, right?
I do.
Do you teach?
I teach workshops. In fact, I was called by a few universities to give 1 day or 2 days course. The last one was in USM in Penang. Yes, I do teach photography.
So what would you say is the most memorable achievement so far in your career as a photographer?
Oh yes, I shot Hillary Clinton when she visited Malaysia. That was last year.
Last year?
Right. I was appointed to be the only photographer to shoot Hillary, and it's supposed to be our PM, but he was ill on that day, so he was being replaced by the Deputy Prime Minister. So it was Deputy Prime Minister and Hillary Clinton.
Very memorable shot indeed. Now, other than that, what would you say is the mission for why you're organizing this workshop? What's your main motive or objective for you to launch such a workshop, or Jom Foto, for example?
This Jom Foto is I want to build the communal experience within these smaller groups of photographers.
Right.
We have a group in Bangsa, in Gombak and all this, which never meet each other. They probably meet in cyber, Facebook and all that. So this is a day where you can come and make friends.
Right. Speaking of cyberspace, do you have any websites that we can look at your photos?
I do, but it's not been updated for almost a year.
Right.
It's Ady Putra, my name, .net.
AdyPutra.net.
Yes.
Now you have a forum as well, right?
I moderate. I'm one of the moderators for PhotoMalaysia.com.
PhotoMalaysia.com is where you moderate. What kind of topics that go into this forum?
PhotoMalaysia is one of the pioneer in photography forum in Malaysia. We have galleries that you can upload your pictures.
Okay.
We have critic sections. If you are into portraiture, you can upload your photos in the portrait section. And we have people experienced in the portraiture to come and comment your pictures.
Right. Have you seen or received any of the photos that you think, wow, this should be international, or anything absolutely that blew your mind away?
Yeah, once in a while we have photos like that, and we welcome more people, more professionals to come in and help us educate the public.
Now, my last question, what would you advise those would-be or wanna-be photographers that would like to make it big? We know the photography scene in Malaysia is not the most, it's not the most popular, most glamorous. It's glamour, but it's not that popular, and not many people are aware of what kind of career you can make out of photography training. Now, what would be the tip the most useful, most advice?
There's a lot of skills needed, not only photography. If you want to be a successful photographer, you need to know how to build your business. So you need to know the business side of photography. You need to know your equipment. And you need to be updated with your gear and all that. So it's and most importantly, you have to learn the art of photography, not just the equipment, but the art of photography. You have to see things and capture things not seen by others.
Right. And also you have to have a passion for your...
You have to have a passion.
It must be more than just a hobby, right?
Yes.
Now, thank you so much for talking to us, Ady. You've given us a lot of insight on the photography in Malaysia. Now, Jom Foto is about to take place on Saturday, this Saturday, 30th of June. Which venue is that located?
It's in Taman Titiwangsa.
In Taman Titiwangsa.
We have a big banner there. You won't miss it. You won't miss the place. So come.
So anyone can just join?
Everyone is welcome.
Anyone is welcome.
Anyone
it's
with
open
a camera.
to the public.
Yes.
All right, thank you for watching Bernama Today. We'll be right with you tomorrow, same time, same place. So do stay tuned. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.